Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I'm Denise and I'm making my way down the viewer question list. So I have a great question here from Lynn Eichling. Hi Lynn. And Ramon. Hi Ramon. They want to know, has Trump already let information fall into the wrong hands? You know, like MBS Putin, I'm thinking Erdogan in Turkey maybe even, North Korea, more like Russia. Or more than one country. So, excuse me. Let me bring the camera down and take a look. Hold on. Okay, so I'm using the Maybe Lenormand again by Ryan Edward. And I'm going to do 21 cards again. And, originally I was thinking let's just do, the question. But when I was getting the deck out, I started thinking, well, maybe we'll just get a whole, maybe. Let's see if I can get the skinny. 411, as Danny Shea calls it, on everything he's done. Like maybe, right? But focused first on like selling secrets, getting secrets into the wrong hands. In other countries. But let's just see if I can figure out everything that he's done. What has Trump done? I just heard anything to make a buck. Wow. No scruples. It's just all about the money. Yeah, why would I be surprised? What has he done? What has this monster done? Oops, this one here, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So, the metal, the cats. Oh, that's right. I have to go up as far as I can. Metal, cat's anchor, clouds, crossroads, pathway, swords. I think it's like dueling. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anything that brings it in. Okay, so let's see. But I'm looking for kind of like more locational, like where the money went. Now that's interesting. Melania popped up again. This would be no one else because that's not how I read. Or the Kipper or the Lenormand, and I've explained that over and over ad nauseum, so I won't bug you with it anymore. Yeah, I do have to do that to get things. Okay, now this is USA. That's domestic. Bear with me here. Oh, look at that. Wire transfers. Or wired. Wow. Secrets wired. Shimini Christmas. Okay. So opening the reading here, it's the fact that he's entangled with so many people of the nature of a clan of social, I'm getting money laundering, any type of tax evasion. He doesn't care at all. He absolutely doesn't care at all. This has to do with his reputation, that is just being very selfish. And don't take this offensively, all of our kitty lovers and all, no, it's not about that. It's the meaning of the card. It doesn't have anything to do with an actual cat. This is entanglements. This is being self-centered. This is something a person would do for flattery. And it's also a card of greed. And I always tend to forget that, but it is a card of greediness in this system. Yeah. So it would be the pig if it came through, but it didn't. So this is his reputation that is very solid, right? With the anchor, this is his goal. This has been, the target that he would like put his money or put his energy into just to get the money, right? Because he's always, he's just stuck that way. He's just always going in that direction. Now, with combined with this honor, reputation, but it's also my card for clans. So he's recognized as someone who's very selfish with just the goal to keep whipping in the money, keep bringing in the money. And anybody who is tied, any nefarious person who's tied to getting money from the USA through money laundering, through just interactions that are repetitively nefarious online, and over, going across domestic goods going across the USA, right? And with the dog, it's like his loyal, nefarious but loyal people. And with this card being right here in the middle, this is because it's repetitive. The whip repeats. And if you have this deck and you're looking at your deck going, mine doesn't have those extra I drew in all kinds of things to help me. Because I wanted more colors too. It's only a 4-color deck. I wanted more colors. I didn't like just the black and white. Notice I don't own any black and white decks. Or just 2 or 3 color decks, hardly ever. Actually, that's a lie. I have one over here that's black and gold. But okay, so that was a major squirrel moment, wasn't it? So repetitive actions to get what he wants, and he'll, by any means necessary, it's all about nefarious. It's just his agenda. It's not really a hidden agenda anymore, is it? But he's a fraud. He's also like a specialist as to how to whip up, the money and even like if you just kind of unfocus your gaze and sit back, like this looks like a big old dollar sign to me, right? The way this deck is created, it's like just a little bit more, right? So that's his reputation. He's also known to be really tricky, really cunning to make things work in his way. And he does this with the web of connections and interactions constantly in very selfish ways. And he just repeat. He doesn't, it's all about him. This is just like when he was at, where was it? He was somewhere, I can't remember, was it like a G7 or something, years ago, in the very beginning, when he pushed himself in front of everyone in I can't remember where that guy was from, it was like Montenegro or something like that, I think. It was like, whoa, dude, but he just pushed himself in the front, and then he grabs his, like the front of his jacket and was just like, I'm here. He does that all the time. That's one of his moves, to like kind of throw his weight around. It's probably one of a weird little mob boss moves with his tiny little hands. Okay, so let me move forward. Anyway, Melania has never trusted him, and she's got her own thing going on too. She's been hidden within subterfuge. I've always suspected that she's his handler. I've always suspected that, she came from Slovenia where there was little money. She decided to make it as a model. And, he was introduced to her through Epstein, Ghislaine, and Epstein and Ghislaine, probably mostly Ghislaine. And, there was that. But this is her. She's looking at the fraud. She's a fraud too. But then again, maybe now she's like made it as someone who has her own fragrance and money, or, fragrance and makeup and money line, all that. Fragrance line, makeup line, money. She's got her own thing going on. But this is all weighing down on her, though. And she knows his secrets. And I don't want to spill any beans between readings. Another reading I did, if you haven't seen it yet, or the live stream I did with Lori, but watch it. watch the live stream with Lori at The Way of Positive Change, because we both had some amazing hits on Melania. So, and remember, this is about the past. I'm not looking at the future. None of this is about the future. So I'm not reading past, present, future. This whole spread is him in the past and what he has done. So Melania has helped him. She's even looked out for ways to bring in more opportunity here with the Crossroads. Alternate ways, and maybe even to help him with it's like which way to go and which decisions to make, maybe to try to keep him out of conflict. I don't know. She's up here on top of like change and improvement, and she's up here as being one of his loyal, sneaky, dudes. This is another like layer of it, because yeah, so I don't want to give anything away with those other two videos. This is just focused on the past and Trump and his letting information fall into the wrong hands. Well, here's the secret information. Here are handshake deals that has absolutely shattered, our homeland security, and he's guilty of it. What was at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Decisions that are very dangerous, that he's guilty of, will be revealed to have overseas repercussions, darkness. Yeah. Some things are going to be coming out about that. So all the things that he's done, and Melania's been involved. I think she's been his handler. I think that Ivana was his handler before, because Ivana's father worked for the FSB, the KGB. And we know that Ghislaine Maxwell's dad had, what was his name, Robert Maxwell? He had major contacts, major crime contacts. And this is where Trump has been in bed with all this time, right? Repetitive crime, repetitive fraud. It's going to be broken apart, or he's broken things apart, actually, because this is the past. It's not going to be broken apart. He has broken things apart just to make, things happen for himself. Wow. Man. And in the past, I think he's been watching and spying. This is a spy card. This is like the Page of Swords reversed, or upright, but I usually see it as Page of Swords reversed in the tarot. But spying, because, he's sneaking up behind the chicken here. He's been spying on her, too. And again, this is not any other women, which, he would if he could or wanted to, but yeah, he's had eyes on her. But she's in control. And so the past has been broken open. And definitely secrets have fallen into the wrong hands. I just heard with this line here, sold to the highest bidder. There was like a bidding war going on. And it was all hidden. But he's also been in a lot of, there's been a lot of grief and pain and loss. Now that's the same thing too with this card is about guilt, but also grief and loss. So yeah, wow. So again, this isn't the future, this is all the past. So the coffin has to do with suffering and being depressed and feeling dismissed. So I think we're seeing the reasons he did what he did, and he was always kind of like nurturing that flame, like trying to have that comfort while he was depressed all the time. Like this has been a deep inner conflict that's been secretly brewing within his body all this time. Now, this is another thing like keep your enemies closer kind of thing with these two cards here. This is like, things that we kick, just like kick up, throw on the fire, throw another log on the fire, keep cooking, cooking up secrets. Wow. Conflicts, fights, attacks. And so here, this would relate to January 6th. Secret contacts. This could be a little black book here. This together, this combination together, because when I do personal readings for people, this card comes through a lot when this has to do with a cell phone that maybe somebody's lost, or hard drive, or a server. So these two cards together here, because this one is about the internet, electricity, so is the star. And reading the four corners here, we can see that all of his transactions have been done that way, online. And but this one is also about something sudden, like sudden deals that he's made in the past to get what he wants. And yeah, man. So this could be servers hacked into in order to get what he wants. Oh my goodness. So it's not just paper documents. I know all those boxes, like 27 boxes were taken out of Mar-a-Lago, but this is thumb drives, hard drives. I don't think it would be something just on like a CD-ROM disc. But maybe, because it knights over here to something that could shatter and be broken open. And it knights back up here to like alternate pathways. Right? Wow. Things that someone could see if they broke it open, hacked into it. And this is our little hacker card too. Right? Because this is a card for scam artists and frauds. And in the past, Melania knew everything. She had, her eyes and ears on everything. Even though she hid herself well, she's managed to shatter his reality. because she was one of them that spilled the beans on things at Mar-a-Lago. Interesting. And this was all a long time ago. This wasn't like just because, Ivana was buried and just because of all that. No, this stuff, the subpoenas for the documents went out in June, and he's been blocking. He blocked and did all that, but then somebody, and she was one of them, not the only one, but she was one of them, that said, look, come look here, where we go. This is a Mar-a-Lago card, right? Can you see it? Looks like a resort, even looks like Mar-a-Lago quite a bit. Could also be a golf course, could also be, Bedminster or any other public place where people go to play and have fun and stay. Gardens, parks, hotels, resorts, all that. So, I say the question, Lynn and Ramon, is yes, he has already let information fall into the wrong hands. Now, as to who, it's all of them. It's all of them connected to money laundering. It's all of them who repeatedly cared about moving, the movement of money. Wow. So yeah, it's not just Putin, it's not just MBS, it's Erdogan, it's if North Korea, any of dark money, that's their goal, is to move things around, alternate paths that hide things, and it's done by wire transfers. And yeah. And I do get that it's multiple countries that we are even at war with somehow, probably, you know what I mean, like Cold War kind of thing. So there's Putin, there's Russia, there's North Korea. I don't know, we're just always trying to protect ourselves, right? Wow. Okay, well, that's all I have for this one. Thanks, you guys. Take good care. Bye.